France and Britain fought in Europe, and they'll be drafting the entire European continent. All black countries cannot be picked, which means they're not European countries. So we'll also be covering the Caucasian countries, Turkey, and of course the European part of Russia and Cyprus as European. I know some people count them all as Asian countries, but these countries are culturally linked and closer to Europe. I did not include Kazakhstan, as Kazakhstan is culturally linked to Central Asia, as is in Asia, and also Mongolia will not be picked either. But I'm not going to black out every single country that is not on the map, because I only blacked out the countries that will not be that are visible on the map. I didn't want to do that much work. So Britain will be picking first. And yes, they can pick Russia if they want to. Of course, Britain is going to pick Germany. Germany is very close to France. Of course, this is not too surprising. France is right by Germany. Okay, we all know what happened in World War II, and yeah, that's why Britain picked Germany. And France is going to pick, of course, Russia. The European portion of Russia. Obviously, where most of the people live. So, no, if you live in Siberia, you will not be counted in this war, as we cut off Siberia for obvious reasons, okay? Because, it'll be too much work. We're only doing the European portion of Russia. So, Turkey has a very strategic position. Not Turkey. Russia has a very strategic position, also without giving them Crimea as well. So, in Britain, they're going to pick Turkey. Of course, Turkey is a very strategic country. They own, they control the access through the Black Sea. They control the access through the Black Sea. And this is a very important, position to control in Europe, as, Turkey can block access for Turkey from, Turkey can block access from Russia through, either they can use Crimea, they'll have to go all the way across here to send troops to help. So France is going to pick next, and they're going to pick Italy. Italy, of course, so they can have one less enemy by them. And also, Italy is a pretty powerful country, though they have around 50 million people. And Italy will be instrumental for this battle. They'll be instrumental in this war, in this European World War III. So yeah, Britain is going to pick Spain. Spain, of course, will be, it's to further surround France. Spain is a pretty powerful country. They're one of the most economically important countries in Europe. So picking Spain is pretty big. And meanwhile, France is going to pick Poland. Of course, Poland will serve as a massive distraction for Germany, and to further surround Germany even more as well. So yeah, that's a pretty easy pick. Meanwhile, Britain is going to pick Ukraine. Of course, Ukraine, they have the same population as Poland. Now, they use up like 50 million people, but Ukraine will serve as another distraction for Russia. And of course, we can't have Ukraine and Russia on the same side. France, however, we have got all the pretty strong countries picked out. So France is going to pick Greece. Greece is a very strategically important country in Europe. Greece is going to be able to stop Turkey pretty easily. So, it's going to be able to block Turkey pretty easily and help Russia, in this battle. So, yeah. Meanwhile, the UK, they're going to pick another strategic pick, and that's Finland. Finland is very close to Russia, and you know what happened during World War II. Finland basically kicked the Soviet Union's ass despite only having like 2 million people. So, I'm hoping the same thing happens again. Meanwhile, France is going to pick another country, and that is the Netherlands. The Netherlands will be on their side, which means Germany will also have to fight the Netherlands as well, alongside France and Poland, to further surround Germany. Meanwhile, Britain is going to pick... not Belgium. They're going to pick Sweden. Sweden, of course, is a very important country in Europe. They're not the most populated country in Europe, but they'll serve as a further cushion for Britain and, Finland. So, yeah. Meanwhile, France, they're going to pick... we're getting to, like, the weaker countries. These are countries that are not that strong. These are the lesser populated countries. I know population is not the only thing, but yeah, population is a big thing. So we're right our big countries, so we're gonna pick Romania. Romania will serve as, another distraction for Ukraine. Britain is gonna pick Belgium. Obviously, I know it's a pretty bad pick, but Belgium will serve as a massive distraction for France. Meanwhile, France will pick Belarus to surround Ukraine, and Britain will pick Bulgaria. France will pick Hungary. No, Britain will pick Hungary. France will pick Hungary. Britain will, of course, pick Portugal to solidify Iberia. France will pick Ireland to distract Britain from helping the Allies. Britain will, of course, pick Switzerland. France will pick Norway as another distraction for the Nordic countries to try to surround them. Meanwhile, Britain will pick Serbia, in the Balkans, and it is going pretty nicely. We only have the not too strong countries. France will pick Austria to divide Germany because Austrians are Germans. I found that out. Britain will pick Denmark, so Germany isn't completely surrounded. France will pick Czech Republic. Britain will pick Slovakia. France will pick. Now that's down to the very weak countries and the minor countries. France will pick the rest. Pretty strong country. France could pick is Azerbaijan, but they're not gonna pick Azerbaijan. They're gonna pick Bosnia. Meanwhile, Britain's gonna go for a strategic pick and pick Azerbaijan. Meanwhile, France will pick Moldova. And basically, they'll pick all the weak countries. Britain will pick Croatia. France will pick Latvia. No, France will pick Latvia. Britain will pick. Basically, they're doing the rest of the Baltic states. And Britain is kind of scared because they got the other Baltic states. But Britain is going to pick Georgia. So the Caucasus is going to be almost surrounded. France is going to pick Albania. Yeah, and Britain's going to have the Caucasian region under lockdown. France is going to get North Macedonia. Britain's going to get Montenegro. France is going to get Slovenia. Britain's going to pick Cyprus. France is going to pick Kosovo. And Britain's going to pick Luxembourg as well. Pretty useless country, but Luxembourg has to be picked. France is going to pick Andorra. And Britain's going to pick Iceland. And France is going to pick San Marino. And Britain will pick Vatican City. But Vatican City will fall in like a second. Now it's time for the actual war. So, France versus Britain. Who will win? Okay, France is kind of all connected besides the Balkan area, but France is more connected than Britain is not connected. That's going to be a problem for the British alliance. And you're going to start to see this at the very beginning. So, the first couple of days of war, Lithuania is completely surrounded. On the front, Lithuania is the strongest country in this region, but they're surrounded by Poland, Russia, Belarus as well. Same thing with Ukraine. They're completely surrounded. Turkey is going to send troops towards this region to capture Crimea. So Crimea will be captured by Turkey, which means Russia will lose a massive area here. Turkey, with the help of its allies, is going to start to liberate a small part of the Caucasian region as well. So, not doing too good for Russia because Russia is mostly focusing on defeating Lithuania. Yeah. No, it surrenders within a couple of days. Germany starts to invade the Netherlands. The Netherlands is kind of a poor choice by Britain. No, by France, and the Netherlands completely surrenders this pretty quickly, as the Netherlands is completely rolled over by the German army. Same thing with Norway. It serves as a distraction for Sweden as well. But not all is going good for the France alliance, as Slovakia is completely surrounded and defeated. Germany can't really reach their ally as well. Same thing with Montenegro and Croatia. Croatia is defeated relatively quickly by Italy. Italy is the one pulling most of the weight here in this conflict down here. Meanwhile, Turkey is invading Greece. Greece is going to be a pretty difficult opponent, but Turkey has way more people than Greece. So this wouldn't be that big of a problem. So the war is kind of in the bad side for Britain's side. Britain had some advances. Britain also defeats Andorra, but again, it's Andorra. There's a stalemate. They're hoping that Germany takes out the leader of the alliance pretty quickly. Also, the invasion of the of Russia begins by Finland. Finland cannot really advance past St. Petersburg area. Can't really invade past St. Petersburg, so it's kind of a standoff at this moment. In the coming months, the Finns are expelled out of St. Petersburg, as it was kind of, expected that Finland invades Russia. So it was kind of expected. The Turkish invasion also halts as well, alongside the invasion of the Caucasian region. This is a pretty bad sign for Britain's alliance as well. Turkey also starts to invade the Balkans as well. Turkey has way more population than all of the Balkan countries combined. So the invasion of the Balkans begins, and Turkey starts to defeat Greece and Macedonia pretty quickly, and now gets to Serbia, where it's Serbia does not like Turkey, but they're forced to be on the same team in this scenario. Mostly Turkish troops are fighting against Italian and French troops. Meanwhile, Switzerland, they're still unable to invade it, and France is being invaded by Germany. Of course, Germany is a pretty strong country as well, but this front line has become pretty slow. As well as with the help of Italy and Russia, they can easily send troops through the land, as basically they're all connected besides Norway. Norway surrenders pretty quickly within 2 months as well. Also, we've got about Ireland up here. The invasion of Ireland begins, and Ireland is losing very quickly to British forces. Britain cannot really send much troops to its allies as they're fighting against Ireland. When the invasion of Macedonia and Albania begin, Albania is defeated by Turkey, but Italian troops come to help against Greece, and Greece starts to push back against the Turkish army a bit. And they push out of the capital region, pushing them back a bit. Italy is for now. Italy and for a bit France is keeping Greece alive for now. Ukraine, with the help of Turkish troops, is able to take back its land. Turkish troops, with the help of Ukraine, is able to push back Russia's army a bit. But Russia does have funding from because they were drafted. So basically, Moldova surrenders very quickly, as Moldova is not the strongest country in the world. And Romania is almost defeated as well. This sounds alarm bells, and they have to take out Germany pretty fast. Russia and Poland planned a massive invasion of Germany. They captured the eastern region of Germany as well, and they also invade Gotland as well, taking that away from Sweden. So 2 people who lived in Gotland have been taken away The invasion of Sweden begins. And the invasion of Denmark begins. Britain starts to send a lot of troops towards Germany, but they start to realize this war might be a lost cause because the thing is, the red team is connected a lot. Okay, the red team is connected a lot. They are they're now pushing into Russian land. Finland is, and they push into Estonian land as well, but they are not able to go any further. This becomes a stalemate. This entire war becomes a stalemate, as well as France also loses some land to Germany and Switzerland. But they can't go any farther because of the Russian invasion. Also, Germany does push back Russia's invasion a tiny bit, as well. Yeah, and this entire war becomes a stalemate. More of Serbia is liberated, and Kosovo is starting to be invaded as well. Italy also starts to retake a bunch of Albania, and Albania is liberated mostly. Yeah, so this war is becoming in a stalemate. So who's gonna break the stalemate and win the war? Turn the tide of the war. Yeah. During the stalemate, Russian troops are pushed out of Sweden, then as well, and pushed out of this island in Denmark as well, but not pushed out of Gotland. Another small push during the stalemate happened, but it didn't go too far in Russian lands, including the expansion of Ukraine. As well. But this is becoming a problem for Britain. Britain has two strong countries, meanwhile France has three, and two of them are very strong countries. Red team has France and Russia. Britain has three strong countries. This is a pretty big problem. They also have Spain and the Ukraine as well. Meanwhile, France has Italy and Poland and Russia. This is becoming a problem for France as they don't really have many big allies, as Britain got to pick them all first. Okay, Romania is not a very strong country either. Along with Moldova, these two countries are just picked at the last minute. And France decided to direct the Caucasian region as well to provide a distraction for Turkey. Russia starts to get invaded even more by Caucasian countries as well, and starts to break the stalemate. The stalemate has been broken as well, as Russian army cannot really come and help France anymore. France is also pushed back a bit more by the German army as well, and the invasion of Austria begins as well, and the invasion of the Czech Republic. These two countries are being invaded as well, and Germany regains back all of the land. Yes, the red team is almost pretty much connected, but the blue team has a bunch of pretty powerful countries. The red team has three pretty powerful countries: Italy, France, and Russia. But Germany is the largest economy, and Britain, I think, is the second. France is like the third, and France has all the weaker economies. Turkey is also a weaker economy, but Turkey has a pretty young population, which is able to combat the older Russian population almost pretty easily as well. Kosovo is defeated, and the invasion of Italy begins. Italy is unable to help its allies as the invasion begins pretty easily, as the Boot is invaded, and Sicily is invaded as well. Germany, with its more economic might, along with the help of Spain starts to push into France. France is of course worried about Spain. Yeah, Spain doesn't really have the economic talents of France and other countries, but Spain is not a country to be messed with. France is being invaded relatively quickly as well. This starts the invasion of Poland. Poland is mostly flat land, so Poland is invaded relatively quickly. Finland is starting to do like magic tricks and starts to invade with the help of Britain, Russia, but the thing is, it's winter now. But also, it's also winter in Finland. Russia's winter usually counteracts everything, but also we gotta realize that it's also winter in Finland. And winter is not as potent as it used to be because of global warming, so this is pretty bad for Russia. Also, Ukraine starts to take back a bunch of its land from Russia with the help of Turkey. Turkey is, single-handedly, carrying the British alliance as well as Romania falls, Czechia falls, and Austria also surrenders as well. Ireland, of course, is done at this point. They held on for so long as well. France is being almost defeated, and it's now being held on by Italian troops. Also, Lithuania is liberated as well, and Kaliningrad is invaded, which isn't too surprising given that Kaliningrad is just a part of Russia. And also, the invasion of Poland begins alongside the invasion of Belarus. We're nearing the end of the war, and a peace treaty might be done. Balkan states are liberated as well, and also defeat Bosnia and Slovakia. These countries have been defeated, along with Slovakia and Slovenia and Croatia being liberated. Turkey is finally able to take out Greece and Albania, which were two very difficult countries that refused to go down. It's now just down to Italy and its army, and of course the very strong country of San Marino. Moscow is captured, and Russia is forced to surrender as the land is mostly useless. And it just leaves Italy, and Italy is defeated alongside San Marino as well. So Britain won this battle, even though they thought they would lose at the very beginning. But you have to realize that Britain had Germany and Turkey on their side, alongside Spain. France was practically surrounded. France did have Italy on their side, but Italy has a pretty old population. Italy is among the oldest countries in Europe, and the economy is traditionally always pretty weak. Same thing with Greece. They did have Poland, Russia, and Ireland, but Ireland doesn't have a lot of people, and Poland is not as populous as Germany or Turkey. Russia has a lot of people, but they don't have Siberia, so Russia's population is cut by like 30 million or so, because there's like 30 or 40 million people that are cut off from this. So Russia is cut off from being able to have around 30 million people, which means Russia only has 110 million people, which isn't that much more. So Russia can't rely on Siberia. Russia also has, a pretty big problem with aging, like most of Europe. But yeah, so in this battle, we'll probably do one with like Russia versus Britain or something, or Turkey versus Greece, and see what more interesting outcomes will come out of this battle. But that's it for the European battle here, and goodbye.